Hey everybody. Alright, I wanted to show you guys the ResComp is the name of the company. It's called the CR Speed, I think they call it like the high torque belt or something like that. It's designed for practical shooting competition, IPSC or USPSA. IPSC, is that right? Yeah, anyways. It's a great belt. I use it for USPSA, and just to clarify, I've mentioned it in a few videos that I do USPSA shooting. I practice with a USPSA shooting club locally every week in the summertime, and that's about all I do. I practice a lot there, and we time our shoots and run through just like a sanctioned match, but I don't compete in sanctioned match. One reason is I do youth ministry at my church, and it overlaps the time. The time and days are the same as my church days, so I really kind of have a conflict of interest there. Two, I'm not super interested in doing competition. Not as of right now. I don't think I'm good enough, for one. So I don't think it's worth me missing my youth ministry days to go suck at a competition. That's one reason. The second reason is I'm there for the practice. I want to get better with my gun, moving around with it. All of the awards and pats on the backs are really just secondary. I'm more there for the practice than the hopes of competing one day or something like that. And that's why I run with a stock HK USP, and I'm planning to switch to a Glock 34 probably. And I'm not going to do, that's why I like to shoot kind of production stuff, stuff that would make sense. I don't think I'm going to go running around with a tricked out 1911 with optics on it, and those open guns and the 30 round crazy magazines, 9mm crazy souped up stuff. I'm not going to go running around with a race gun. So I like to keep what I do there pretty much stock. I'll do trigger modifications, because I actually definitely would run around with a gun with trigger modifications, but I don't really want to go crazy on modifications for what I use there. So yeah, I'm not the USPSA expert or anything like that. I've just done it a little bit, and it's fun. I would encourage anybody who's interested in it to get out and do it, because the people in the USPSA community, hopefully in your local community, are really nice. The guys at my club are awesome. I mean, they're welcoming from the beginning, and they're always happy to meet and teach new people. So anyways, back to the belt. CR Speed high torque, something like that, belt by ResComp. They're a company out of South Africa, I want to say. You can order this belt and a ton of other race gun style shooting accessories like holsters. They make the ghost holsters for 1911s and I think Glocks as well. And basically that is a crazy little clip thing that goes down the side, and it clips to your trigger guard, and you can't see the holster at all. It's just a gun. Well, it's got a little bit, it holds over your trigger guard so nothing can get in there, but that's about it. That's about all you see. And they have all sorts of crazy cool stuff there. Go check out their website. I don't have it offhand. Maybe I'll annotate it if I get some time. But anyways, they make this belt, and this belt is a must-have for anyone who hopes to do any sort of competing with USPSA, IPSC, any of the shooting organizations. And two, anyone who wants a great belt. I wear this belt every day, and I think the belt costs something like $50. Check the site on that, but this belt is amazing for keeping my pants up and holding my gun. I use this belt because the great thing about it is the way it adjusts, which I'll show you in a sec. There's no belt holes, you know what I mean? So you can set it anywhere you want. That's one great thing. At any, after Thanksgiving dinner, you can let it out a half an inch, or you can bring it in an inch or whatever. And it stays there ridiculously. It does not move at all. With leather, even if you have belt holes where you want them and everything, you set them in there, and leather will kind of stretch after a while, and the belt will give out, and you'll have to bring another notch in until that stretches out. And this doesn't do that at all. The second thing I liked about it is it holds its form, and it kind of gives you more rigidity, and that's where they're saying this is a high torque belt. When you put your Blade Tech on it, this belt is so rigid, when you pull, you're going to have minimal movement off of this belt. With a flexible leather belt, it's going to tug up on you a little bit. This thing does that as minimally as a belt possibly could. This belt is really amazing. I would recommend it 100%. So there's 3 components to the belt. There's this little guy. It's a Velcro circle basically, and this is to hold your secondary strap in place once you do all your strapping down, and it's also to give it a cool little, this is the front of the belt buckle style look. So that is one. This is gonna be hard with one hand, so bear with me here. I need a tripod. If anybody wants to donate one, that'd be great. Okay. So there's actually 2 belts here, and I'm gonna get them apart and show you how they work. Okay. First belt is far more flexible than the second. This one can be bent and plied, and it threads through. How this works is you put this on like a normal belt. So you take this in and you thread it through your belt loops on your pants, and it's Velcroed on the inside for the first little bit here. I don't know if you can see where it starts, and then it's got those embroidered brand words all through it. So right there is where the Velcro starts, and you got about, I don't know, a foot of Velcro, and that's all there is on the inside, is the writing and then a little bit of Velcro. The outside is Velcroed all the way around. I know you probably can't see too well. And this is the soft side of the Velcro. This is the hard side of the Velcro on the inside. Outside is soft. So what you do is you put your belt on, and you say your size is here. So you clamp it down and those Velcro together. That's your first step. Your second step is to bring the second part of the belt on. And basically that will Velcro onto the first belt, because remember, it's soft all the way around this first belt, and on the inside of this one is the hard part of the Velcro. I don't know what you'd call that, male and female. I guess this would be the male part of the Velcro, and that would be the female part of the Velcro. And this is kind of torn up because I wear this, like I said, I wear this belt like every day basically. So anyways, you start mating the first belt to the second belt and Velcroing everything together. And then, okay, so we're to the first joint. This is the first joint we made, and I like to offset my joints. So here's the front of you, there's 12 o'clock on you. Offset your joint so that when you pass over with the second belt, you don't want 2 joints right on top of each other, because that creates a little bit of a weakness in the belt. Okay, so, and this is where did that thing go? Here. Alright, so your second belt comes over. This is the front of you, okay? And see how that's not wanting to stick there? Because you're overlapping. This part is Velcro. This doesn't have Velcro because it's the front of the belt. That's where this guy comes in handy. And, sorry, move the camera around a little much. Too much there. This is hard to do one-handed. Okay, boom, and that'll hold that piece of the belt there. It's hard to do one-handed, but there we go, perfect. And that holds that piece of the belt down. And I always thought, hey, this thing is stupid, it's gonna flip right off. But that's never happened to me. This belt has held up very well. It is so rock hard and sturdy. It's a little flexible, but this belt will change your life. If you run some sort of belt holster for any reason, for competition or hunting or whatever, this belt is amazing. And not just for guns. You can put anything on there. I have my hunting knife I put on there, belt loop hunting knife. Anything with a belt loop will go on this, and it works perfectly. And another great feature about it, let me put that holster on. I should have done that while I was fixing everything up here. Sorry for the camera wobble. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna have to hold the camera in my gullet or something here. No, that's not gonna work. Alright, one-handed. Here we go. Alright, now let's put this back. Together. Alright, there we go. Now the blade tech's on there. Now the great thing about this belt that I love as well is nothing does any sort of travel. You're Velcro down here. You are Velcro down here, so both sides are Velcro down. This blade tech can't move at all. Like maybe a half an inch, it's got room to wiggle. That's it. You know, on a normal belt where you don't have something on both sides, you got a belt running through the front of the blade tech, the front of the loops, and through the back of the loops, and then it's secured on both sides. So it makes for no movement of any component. If you want to put your knife here and you press on both sides, your knife's staying there. It's not going anywhere at all. That's one thing I love about this belt. And normally for competitions, again, practices, I shouldn't say sanctioned competitions, but practices, I'll run this blade tech, and I'll run, probably starting right here, 5 Uncle Mike's double stack magazine Kydex mag carriers. What are those called? Mag pouches. Okay. So I'd run 5 of those right here, and those stay perfectly still. They don't move anywhere. The quality of the Velcro is very high. It's very rigid, very sturdy. I haven't noticed really any loss of the Velcro quality over time. I've been using this thing close to a year now, and like I said, wearing it as my normal belt. I wear this every day. And that's another thing when I was saying in the video about the Comtech Minotaur here. With this thing, which this guy would be riding like this, and the belt would be there. That's how this thing rides. People have said these clips are plastic and flimsy and they pop off and stuff. Hey, guess what? This belt solves all your problems, because it would be holding both sides of that clip. And I've used this belt with it. Those clips will not move with this belt. It just doesn't happen. It would be secured here before the clip. It'd be secured in the middle up to the next one, and then over here by the Velcro. So this wouldn't go anywhere either. If you're having any problems with your Comtech Minotaur holster or your Crossbreed Super Tuck clips popping off, I don't think the Crossbreed has that problems because of the metal clips, but if you have problems with this one or any other kind of clips like that popping off, this belt will solve your problems. So anyways, yeah, the Velcro quality is really good. The stitching, it looks like this Velcro comes in strips, and then they sew the strips onto this. I don't know what this belt is made out of on the inside, but it's hard, rigid, like semi-flexible. I don't know what's in there. Some kind of board material, probably some, you know what, it's probably a semi-flexible plastic inside of here is what I'm guessing. But the stitching quality where they put the Velcro onto that flexible thing is okay. It's definitely heavy stitching, but it's not perfect. Yeah, it's folding off a bit there. I don't think any of the stitches broke. I think there's just a little bit of overlap in material, and they stitched a little farther in than they needed to. So it's absolutely not going anywhere, but that could be improved, I think. I think that's about all for the belt. It's a great belt, highly recommended. If you're having any problems with keeping your pants up or keeping your holsters seated where you want them, or you just want a faster draw, this is the solution. Great belt. This is a ResComp CR Speed high torque belt.